Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Block Sauce Gaming Edition, where we serve you the juiciest discussions in alpha in the world of Web3 gaming. I'm your host and Re-NFT ambassador, Jinkirin, and today I've got an incredible guest lined up for you, so grab your controllers, crack open a Red Bull, and get ready to get your game on. Hey there, sauce enthusiasts. It's time to bring the heat with another electrifying episode of the Block Sauce. Today, I have with me Matt from Blue Sky Interactive Games. How are you doing today, Matt?
I'm really good. Thanks for having me.
Now, that's great. So where are you actually joining us from?
We're based in Paris, France.
Oh, j'ai parlé petit français.
There you go. Perfect. Let's do everything else in French now.
Not quite that fluent. I only took about 3 years of French, so... but yeah, so tell me a bit about Blue Sky. Like, how long have you guys been around? What's your experience with games, you know?
Yeah, so Blue Sky has been created a year ago, basically, and we took a game-first approach. So we were developing the prototype for so long, and we only started talking to people about what we've been building very recently, about 2 weeks ago. And I come from the video game making world, let's say. I've done 10 years of Gameloft development, so development for Gameloft in different studios. I worked in the US actually for 3 years in New Orleans. I worked in Mexico, and then I worked also in France. So producer, studio manager, game director, and then just product director in general for more products. So that's what I've done for the past 10 years. And then I really wanted to be ambitious with Web3. I wanted to explore these new mechanics that we could create for players. I thought that we could find some that would be really engaging and would make for fun gameplays and fun meta games as well. So that's why I created the company. So we would go and explore. And our first title, Last Resort, is what we'll be talking about today.
Awesome, and I'm excited to get into it. I'm definitely a big survival buff. Like I technically still am running my own 7 Days to Die server, but let's be honest, everybody's kind of into like the AAA. Like I want to play the latest and greatest, and that's still technically a game that's been in alpha for 10 years, so a little bit of a niche, but it's fun, right? And I'm definitely excited to get to know more about it. We will be having some gameplay later on in the video, so if you're watching, stay tuned or skip ahead because people like to just skip to the gameplay, whatever. You do you, boo. What was the big draw? You said that you saw opportunity for like metagaming, right? What is your idea of a good Web3 game?
Yeah, so the draw actually was not from what I would consider a good Web3 experience today, but it was an interesting experiment that I found at that time. So at that time, I was working on plenty of very, very cool games at Gameloft, including, for example, Asphalt, which I just had entered in my portfolio. And this is a car game. I really like car games. I would play it. But then at the same time, I was also checking everything I could find in Web3, and I was playing Axie Infinity. And like on my day-to-day, like if it was me choosing and not my work myself, you know, if it was not for work, I was ended up actually playing Axie, which was weird because it's not the type of game I typically play. But I really engaged with the play to earn loop, and I thought it was really powerful. The way I describe it is, if I play with friends, if I play poker with friends, and we put 50 cents on the table, and at the end someone gets out with 2.5 bucks, it still changes the way I'm playing the game. It's still changing how involved I am. It changes everything. So of course that model was not sustainable, and there are plenty of issues, but it was still a really good experiment that they did, and I thought they did it well, like they really explored. So things is, it really opened my mind to, okay, these NFTs integrations, they can actually be used in combination with fungible tokens. And now that opens a new world of possibilities. And the possibilities we want to explore are all revolving around community economics and open economies. So for us, it's like NFTs are a mean to get to something bigger and to create games that are extremely social, very collaborative, and where the developer only encourages players to interact with each other economically and otherwise in the gameplay everywhere.
Awesome. Sorry, I'm having a couple of minor issues with my headphones apparently, but
maybe I speak too loud.
No, I actually just need to buy a new headset. Unfortunately, you know, tech runs its course, and everything's made with a certain lifespan in mind. So interesting. So, what's the company's long-term vision? Like, what is your mission? Is it going to be just focusing on Last Remains? Or are you guys going to build out kind of a portfolio of games for Web3? Like, what's your goal?
So the game is Last Resort. Last Remain is another.
Oh, sorry,
cool
yeah,
game.
Last Resort.
But you know, a lot of Last for sure. But Last Remain is another very, very cool Web3 games that we've been talking to because they are introducing interesting mechanics as well. But yeah, just a slightly different approach. So for us at Blue Sky, what we want to create a studio, and the way we say it is we want to deliver on Web3 promises one game at a time. So at this time, if you ask me what is the best game to explore the Web3 mechanics we can do, I'm answering Last Resort. Like this is my best bet as to what is fun to make, what makes sense, and also what will make it easier to explain to players. Because I believe that the storyline and the lore has to help make all the Web3 mechanics feel very natural. And so that's what we're doing. So I'll give you a few examples if you like the topic. One example is we have limited NFT collections. You know, they're always limited in size. In our case, what we will sell during the minting is gear. It's surplus gear that the military had at the time of invasion. So this is something the military always has, and now we sell it. But once we've finished selling it, that's it. It's gone. The collection is over, but it makes sense because the surplus is gone. And actually, in our case, we don't want to have that forever. We want to ultimately transition to only have crafting. And crafting will be the only way to get new items in the world once the surplus is sold. So that makes sense. Another one is we start with martial law because everything was secured by the military, but martial law is always meant to be temporary. And then we want to decentralize to the players, to the people actually, the functions of the military, the function that the military holds at the beginning. We call them central command. So one of them is actually crafting, and tomorrow you could become an armorer. And by being an armorer, you could serve the rest of the community of players by crafting their NFTs when they bring you stuff.
So I'm just sorry, I got to take a second because I have been screaming about how we need more actual story in Web3. Like we've got a lot of decent games, don't get me wrong, but it feels like nobody's really focusing on telling a story. And the way that you guys are doing it, you're not just telling a story, you're actually explaining your Web3 implementation through story. That is
exactly.
Like, I
think it makes for a better game experience.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I mean, let's just jump into the game at this point. Let me go ahead and boot this up. And game is already running. Oh, right. We started it earlier. All right. So let me go ahead and switch the scene over and get this.
I'll join then because I got out.
All right.
And we can talk also about the second very Web3 oriented mechanic that we have because it's based on lending. So I think that would be appropriate.
Oh, you guys, so there's going to be land as well?
Well, there will be land, but this is about lending, like lending, borrowing, renting.
Oh, lending. Okay. So who are you guys going to be lending through?
Through guilds, actually. So guilds will, and in terms of, I see what you're going for. Wrong answer.
I'm trying.
But yeah, it was big. It was too big. I couldn't see it. All right, let me just lower the sound of the game. Because if not,
I think I broke my sound actually.
All right.
Hey,
cool.
I'm over here.
So we have the same characters. So I'll just launch again.
It's very rare that happens.
But we have 3 characters at this time. So it's not unlikely.
I may need to actually fire the game back up. I have no sound for some reason. By the way, what stage of development is this game in so people can tailor their expectations?
Yeah, so this is pre-alpha. What we wanted to
Okay.
show here is the type of mechanic we'll have in terms of combat with monsters, in terms of collaboration, and we also wanted to have a cross-platform. So right now we're playing on PC, but I also have a mobile version, and it's cross-play. So this is a demonstration of us showing to the Web3 community we are serious about building this thing. So it's not perfect. It's not completely fine-tuned. Those characters need some work, animations as well. But in terms of what we're going for and showing to people that, I think it's good already, and it's quite fun already.
I do have to restart my game real quick. I tried restart level and it said no.
Yeah.
It thought about it and then gave up on me.
It was like, yeah, not for you, not today. All right, so you're in.
Okay, I am in.
You're always picking the same character. It's funny.
I'm just lucky that way, I guess.
Yeah, oh, this one has a helmet.
I got a knife. Yes. Okay, so we got knives and guns.
And I encourage you to look for specific boxes that will give you a bit of loot. So we have some in the city to teach you how they look, and then there are some in the world as well.
Sweet.
So the first one is here on the left here.
Oh, and then A. Ah, okay.
So you can pick up items. You can move with the top trigger to go left and right between the box and your backpack, and then you can pick up anything you like. If you want to use a mouse, you can as well use the mouse and just double click on the items you want to pick up. And now I see that you're picking up items. And you see we can also exchange things through those boxes. So for example, I'm picking up the shells. So now normally you should not see the shells anymore. And then I can give them, now I can give them back to you.
Can I split a stack so I'm not taking everything?
Yeah, we could, yeah. But don't worry, because I've kind of created a box for myself so I can accompany you. So I'll be well staffed. This is your beginner stuff, and I'll just be the the accompanying person. So
let's see. All right,
I'll have enough stuff for you. So if you start running out, you can call me for help, and maybe I'll help.
Yeah, maybe. Or you'll just let me die and take my stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm coming to this call, with better intentions than this.
But that is a possibility, though, right? You can take other people's stuff?
Not at this time, but ultimately you will be able to, and including on the monsters themselves. So you see on the minimap, you can see the first monster on your right. So you can maybe engage with that one.
Ooh.
There you go. Then there's also, of course, collection of resources. So if you get close to a tree, you can cut it because you got an axe. Everyone has an axe.
How do
and if you just as a fun tip for your audiences, if you manage to have the tree fall on one of the monsters, it will deal damage.
Now, what about other players, including myself?
No, it won't.
Okay.
We removed it because the trees. I tried at the beginning, but the trees they have they work with the physics engine, so it was just too frequent. You would get hit by your own tree, and cutting trees should not be a risk-reward mechanic. So those monsters, they have they really detect you through sound. They can see you, of course, but they also detect you through sound.
So I'm assuming that's where crouching comes into play.
Exactly, crouching comes into play for this. Indeed, you make much less noise. Also, melee weapons come in handy for this. So, for example, those two that we see at the bottom, if we go crouched, and then we use a melee weapon.
Ooh.
Right? Yeah, so the first hit, you'll be able to do it without getting hurt. And then
ooh, the first hit, yeah, but every hit after that wasn't so lucky.
Yeah, you better switch fast after that. Oh, you managed to pick up the shotgun, that's cool. All right, and then so, for example, here on the right, you'll see the what we call the trailer park, where the fire is. Yeah, there you go. And this is really a way for us to show how the houses will look. So if you enter here, you can see how we will be able, and a guild, for example, or an individual will be able to own land and then build on top of it and personalize his space. And some of the advantages that will come with this is having more storage, so you can craft bigger items in the world.
That's always a bonus. So land, I'm assuming, will have its own asset that will be purchasable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And
So here's
so
the small boxes for you.
you guys have done no sales currently, correct?
No, so our train of thought is we believe that to create the community and to engage the community with some things that is not final yet, we really want to do a free mint first. So that's what we're doing next month. So it's going to be a play to mint. You're going to enter a version of the games that is going to be slightly different from the one we're playing today. It's going to be single player, for example. And in that version, you'll be able to complete a mission, get a redeem code, and with that redeem code, mint an NFT on our website.
So I'm seeing a bunch of different resources. I got like duct tape, screwdrivers, rope. I'm assuming that all plays into crafting.
Absolutely, absolutely. And some of it you can also use during the gameplay. So for example, in the box you're currently opening, you can see some health packs or some bandages, and the bandages act as health packs. If you picked up also the jacket, the armor, you can equip it by pressing the top button, triangle in your case, right? Because you're playing with PlayStation controller, I'm playing with an Xbox controller. Both are supported in this version.
Trying to figure out how to equip.
With triangle when you're in and you'll see it equipped once you exit the box. You'll see the blue bar appear close to your health. Yeah. I'll cheat and have a look at your screen. So it's not equipped yet. Yeah. So if you go in your inventory,
it's red.
Oh yeah. Well, it's because you're trying to move it. So if you press elsewhere, it's going to move it to that place. Yeah. Press here for you. Oh no. Okay.
I may have broken it.
Try to press it and press equip use, even with the mouse, for example.
Let's see. What if I click there and then no?
No. But if you do equip use with the green button at the bottom.
Oh, I should have seen that.
Okay. Well, no, because we're playing with controllers. So normally there's a way to do it with a controller.
Oh, okay.
But that was just me trying to find a workaround so so we don't get stuck.
Just in case.
Just in case, you know.
I am good at breaking games, I promise.
What we can do now is there's this container, a red container you can see at the bottom of the minimap. So let's have a look there. This is going to be a place where there are more monsters. So I'll let you choose how you want to handle the situation. You understand the minimap. I'll just follow your lead, right?
I am going to try.
And the goal is for you to be able to loot the boxes that are close to that area of interest, which is a red container.
So I did read that this is going to be multi-platform, correct? So I'm assuming there's mobile in the plans?
There is, yeah. We already have an Android version as of now.
Ooh.
It's already 60 FPS on high-end devices, and it's cross-play, which is really cool.
Oh, that's nice. So obviously with the Apple Store situation, do you guys plan to also bring it to Apple, or is that something at a later date maybe?
So Apple is making it a little bit harder because they have one rule that is tricky, which is that you're not supposed to give NFT owners anything that is not accessible through in-app. And in our case, this makes it really hard. So for now, we'll make sure that we are on Android, and we'll see afterwards what we do with iOS. All right, so now we can either fight our way through, or you can continue trying to get there without being hurt.
Well, this is going to be tough because there's an awful lot of them.
Yeah, but you can also ask me to help in any way you like. Like I'm just here to help. I'll follow your lead. All right, so if you want to go melee...
Oh, there's a big guy.
All right, so if you're firing, I'm firing.
Yep, mistakes were made. Shoot all the things. Oh, that big guy though. Ooh, more guys. Wait, zombies have flame or torches?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sure do, because they're monsters, so they have some intelligence more than your typical zombie.
Oh man.
So we managed to clear that pretty well. So we should be able to get closer to the box now. I mean, I've played the game a little. I can help.
Oh, so there, I do notice I got to be careful about what I'm switching to because even if I have no ammo for a gun, it'll switch to it. So
Yeah, that is
definitely
true.
something I got to keep in mind.
What ammo are you lacking now?
Shotgun. I didn't grab it out of the box because these games I'm always like I got to be careful about my inventory.
Yeah, but bullets, man. All
I
right,
got plenty
look,
of
look, look.
pistol.
I think
Ooh.
you're good to go in the boxes. Yeah,
Oh,
I'll drop you.
binoculars.
All right, I'll drop you some shells so you can play with
Ooh.
the shotgun.
Yeah,
Did you
let's
get those?
see. Maybe. Let's see.
I don't
I
think
did
you have.
not.
All right, can you open the same box as me? The one on the right?
Let's see.
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in it.
All right,
There we
look in
go.
there. Yeah.
Maybe. There we go. I'm gonna drop. Ooh, inventory's already tight.
Yep.
I wouldn't expect any less from a survival game. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you
It's
have to choose carefully. One thing you can do if you have more, for example, of the handgun bullets, you can stack them.
yeah, I did. I
So,
found that one out, so that's good.
oh, really? Without me telling you? That's cool. That's cool. I don't know why I connected. You're already finding out by yourself.
Cause I'm
So,
trying to learn the rest of it for everybody else.
yeah.
Ooh. Oh.
So I know there were those big guys.
Oh man. I'm already seeing multiple different zombie types. Some of them got weapons.
Yeah. So none of them are area of effect at this time. They are all just melee. Some of them just hands. Some of them axes.
Some of them torches.
Yeah.
So can I
So you
actually
can't be
get
set
caught
on
on
fire.
fire or?
No, not at this time.
Oh.
Oh, did you die?
No, but I am definitely taking some damage. So let me there's a bandage real quick. Boom. This is for a
So what we can
pre-alpha.
do,
This has already got plenty of content.
yeah, we can go to the military tent you see on the top left of your minimap, and this place has the stuff. Like it's got good loot. And I'd love you to try one of those over there.
Oh, now
But
you're just trying to
again,
get me killed.
well, yeah, it depends on your health. I can only see my screen, man. You got to tell me in what
I got
situation you're in because I can help you.
78 health and my armor is done. It is broke.
Okay, let's find a box for us to exchange stuff. Okay.
Well, if we go back home, I should have one more piece of armor back at the main
All right,
base.
let's do that then.
Oh man,
So the
these
lake is
zombies are
not
not letting
very
up.
deep. They will because you're running faster, and at some point they just get bored. He was trying to chase you. Ooh, you took 9 on this, no?
Yep, he smacked me in the face. So there's no stamina system. I can sprint forever.
At this time, yes. At this time,
Okay.
yes. So that is in the backlog. All right. So here you left something. No.
I am gonna drop all of my extra junk down here.
So this is your personal box, the one that you're opening now. So this is your save in this pre-alpha. So I can't drop you anything in there because it's yours,
Okay.
but I can drop stuff for you in this one. So I'll drop
There we
you
go. Grab that.
some armor, and I'll drop you health.
Sweet. Now I just need an assault rifle so I can mow down the hordes in waves.
Well, remember that when we go back to that military place.
Let me go ahead and we're gonna equip. So that's 25 armor. We'll equip you. Go ahead and use you. Voila. I'm ready.
Voila.
Let's go.
All right, cool. I need
Oh,
to
there's a
find you.
wall
Are you
there.
are you in town? Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to take the fast way, and there's a wall there, so it's not really the fast
Yeah,
way.
we protect the town from all of those monsters you've been meeting.
I'm glad someone does, because clearly I can't protect myself.
All right, so I gave you all my shells, so now I can't use the shotgun anymore. You're gonna have to be good with that thing.
Oh no.
All right, starting to meet people.
Yeah, you gotta be very, very quiet. I'm hunting for military supplies. Oh, there's a whole horde over there.
Yeah, and if we start firing, you can. I mean, I'll come towards you.
Ah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I just gotta get a better gun first. Well, speak of the devil.
What
Oh
is it
no!
you wanted? You said.
Hang on. Oh no, we have a problem. They're everywhere.
And you didn't grab the bullets that go with it, with your weapon.
Oh.
And it's an automatic weapon. You can fire. There you go.
Oh, wrong
Oh,
weapon.
I died.
I'm holding in there, slowly but surely.
All right, I'll be back.
Whew. That was a big wave. Oh, now they're all
We've got
camping
all the
out by
big
those
guns,
boxes.
man. I mean, you gotta get hit by the big waves now.
Oh, come on. Okay, got my shotgun shells. Whew. Well, I have shotgun, which is doing pretty good. Oh, they can hit me through the wall.
Yeah, I'll take them away from you. So that's one thing you can do, right? You can sort of like herd the monsters. So like I'm making noise, so they're following me, and now they're no longer close to you, which
Oh,
is
there's some
one of the
shotgun shells.
mechanics. Yeah, maybe I could go with those because I don't have any more shotgun shells.
Yeah, I left them in the box for you.
Cool. Because I'm
Can you?
attracting. Can you see how many are following me right now?
Oh, I
I'm
see it on the mini
attracting them
map.
far away from you.
Well, you want me to grab those shotgun shells for you?
No, I'll come grab them and then we can deal with all this big group there. Which box
Okay.
were they in?
One of the ones on the right. I think it was
Okay.
the top right.
Yeah, that button. There you go.
Ooh.
Perfect. All right. So you're not using
Oh, I was waiting.
your new automatic? Here you go. Oh, I have 4 health. Let me. Here you go. 100. That's better.
Oh man, there's a whole bunch of big uns. Oh,
Oh, I need to run away. I need to run away.
I'm definitely getting hit.
Ah.
I saw a little achievement. I think I got an achievement for you dying.
Yes, death is only the beginning, is what the achievement says.
Yeah. Uh oh. These big guys. Oh no, I'm out of ammo on the rifle. Okay, we're good. We're good. Come back. Got him with the pistol. Whew. Let's go ahead and throw in. I'm gonna use you. Okay, I got 81 health. That should be fine.
All right, I'm back again. Oh no, I shouldn't attack them with melee at this time.
Learning lessons the hard way for me.
All right, I think we
cleared
I
them.
don't think we've cleared all of them, but we've definitely made a dent.
Oh, here, I'll come clear the rest of them. Boom.
Still have ammunition.
For now.
For how
Yay,
long?
I got new ammo and gun. Oh no, now I'm out of new ammo because I got attacked by a wave of zombies. My life story. Oh, this is actually okay. Yeah, I could see this being something that a bunch of creators could get together and goof around on.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the ideas. That's why we have the multiplayer version available in free alpha, so that people can start enjoying the collaborative aspect of it, even though we can't at this time support it for everyone next month.
Oh, so the play to earn next month will be single player?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to be able to make sure that I provide a good experience, a good game experience, and multiplayer, it causes a lot of side effects, and you have to take into account a lot of cases. So, for example, right now we have decent internet connections, you and me. We have decent frame rates. But if someone plays with a very low frame rate or a very bad internet connection, then potentially it can impact the others. So we're not at a stage yet where we can, safely support that. Basically, we want to show you how fun the game is, and it's fun as well if you play alone. It's just more fun if you play with friends. So
Oh, any game's more fun with friends. Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh man,
Did you grab the gold?
there's gold. What? What
You
gold?
missed the gold.
What
Come
gold?
on, we have to be back. All right. There's
I
gold
was,
in one of those crates. I thought you would find it. You didn't find the gold.
I found a
Come on.
key.
Yeah, key is good. Key will open a different place. You know, that's for the free mint actually. But the gold, gold is always good, even in a post-apocalyptic world.
So I see another icon on the mini map. It's like red with the black logo on it. What is that?
This is
Oh, there it
this
is.
is a little boat on. It's another area of interest. I don't know if you have enough
Mm.
bullets to survive it there, but if you want, we can go and check it out. It's not far.
Yeah, I'm definitely out of ammo. I got my pistol. That's it.
So what I can do, if you want, is I can give you my ammo for the handgun, and I'll be using my NFT. I have an NFT for a sniper rifle.
Oh, oh wait, I remember. Let's see if I hit. I think it was escape. What was it? I remember doing it earlier. I had a sniper rifle somehow.
Yeah, but I gave you all my ammunition, so you can use the handgun. It's there in the box, the first
Oh,
box on
okay.
the right.
Awesome. Grab that. That.
All right, let's go see it. There's this icon. No one sees what it is. Some people have told me an airplane. Some people from the community thought it
That's
was
what
an
I thought it
airplane.
was.
Okay, okay.
I just
Well,
didn't want to say that in case I offend the artist.
no. We need to work it more.
I mean, if you're going to another area, then technically an airplane does make sense. Mode of
Yeah, at
travel.
some point we can have. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's a boat. Oh, okay.
Once you've seen the boat in 3D, you understand what the icon is. But before you've seen the
Exactly.
boat, so that's the kind of stuff you get to see when you play with your community, basically. Because for me,
It's a
I did the
dinghy.
3D first, so it always made sense to me.
Yeah. So how do you use it? Or is it not active just
No,
yet?
you can't use it
Ah,
yet. No.
okay.
You'll find shells here, and there's also some meat. I think you can use the meat to revive yourself a little bit.
Oh,
You
let's
can
see.
try.
+5 health points. Well, I am actually
There you
maxed on
go.
health. I've got a little bit of armor left
Ah,
though.
so you wasted a good steak. Was it tasty
Oh,
at
I didn't
least?
eat it yet.
Okay.
I just took it. You never know.
All right, some more guys here. So if you roam around the world is not completely open because it's an island,
Hmm.
but it's quite broad. So as long as we continue roaming around, we'll meet some of those funky creatures.
So is crafting already in the game, or is that coming at a later date as well?
No, it's coming at a later date.
Okay.
However, the context around crafting will be introduced in the free play to win.
Oh, okay. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get an Xbox controller. Well, I have one. I'm gonna have to hook it up next time because this is actually really nice, minus the inventory management.
Oh yeah, it's really at a weird place for you.
It's easier for me to manage the inventory with mouse and keyboard than it is with
Mm,
the PlayStation controller. But
yeah,
again, I am using PS5 controller, and a lot of engines haven't natively adopted PS5. They usually do PS4 and Xbox. So
yeah, yeah.
that's kind of my own fault. I expected it. Oh, this is a lot of fun. I wish I could get the audio working. It was working when I first booted it, but it stopped, and I haven't
Oh
even
really?
restarting. Yeah, even restarting the game, I haven't been able to get the audio back on yet. So
Ah,
I'm that's kind of why I was asking, what stage of development it is because it's not uncommon. I have actually I've been doing a lot of play testing in Web 2 like well before I jumped into Web 3, and I
yeah.
ran into this issue very frequently in early builds. So it's
It's true,
not.
yeah. It's one thing that sometimes you kind of not forget, but you don't necessarily focus too much on because you know you'll be able to do it. It's just, but we have it's not perfect the sound, but But I do play with sound when I play, so it's good enough that it doesn't bug me when I play.
I mean, I'm enjoying myself even without the audio. I'm sure it would help me in knowing where the zombies are for sure, but
Yeah, because they tend to groan a little bit, or I only have melee left. Thanks for helping.
I do like the system you got running where the audio will draw more zombies. I wish more zombie games did that because otherwise it's kind of easy to cheese. You could just sit really far away and kill the zombies with the gun, and the rest of the zombies are like, "Oh well, he just died. I'm gonna sit here and do nothing."
Yeah, I think it's important that you have it creates choices for the player, choices on how he wants to
Hmm.
interact with the world. I've seen some games that I've tested where basically the monsters are just they're just a flock, like birds, they're just a flock of birds like this, and they don't really do much, and so it becomes annoying to see them. And in this case, it becomes joyful because you can deal with them.
Yeah. Okay. So I
So
am
I'm
pretty
I'm
sure.
hidden now. Can you find me?
Can I find you? Let's see. Oh, I can kinda. There you are.
It was funny to see you pass below and not see.
I can, well, the mini map obviously gives it away, but whenever I
Well, for
started
sure,
walking
for
towards
sure.
you, because of the level difference, the camera wasn't rendering you initially. Oh, what is
So
this?
that was my cheat box,
Ah,
the company. But yeah, so you've managed to grab the gold, right? So you stored the
yeah.
gold in your locker. So if anyone asks for gold in the future, it would be good. So this city basically will be the meta game, right? That's where you're gonna meet NPCs, you're gonna meet other players, you're gonna meet your future partners in exploring this world. Um,
Will I be
and
able to
this
set
part
up a
is safe.
shop and sell the stuff that I
Yeah,
craft?
yeah. So that's the idea. So
Ooh.
the armorer license, the crafting licenses, and the guild licenses, let's say, like the community licenses, will
Hmm.
both come with land, where you can personalize your space and where you can actually use the storage to lend um, to your members. So the idea is a guild may get, for example, at the beginning, let's say 5 pieces of items, and then can lend that to its
Hmm.
members so that the members can go on special missions that are harder, let's say. And then the loops we have for linking NFTs with fungible tokens, we have two loops. One is based on the soft currency, and this one is special missions. So all the crafting we have in game costs soft currency, and the soft currencies that was spent in crafting 1 week is actually given back to the players the week after in the form of special missions. So you complete special missions, and your reward is the soft currency.
Okay.
So this is a player and earn loop, and it also helps making sure that it's sustainable because the volumes that you give is the same as the volume that you got. And then we also have hard currency, and this one is a governance token. And this one you can get it in the game by participating in time limited events, which we call bounties. And these will be sort of raids, let's say. So we open a new area, and this area is extremely dangerous. So you prepare all the time to get the best gear, to improve your character as well. You have, a skill tree, and you go with friends, and you manage to clear that best. So either the fastest or the cleanest or stuff like that, and you
Hmm.
you you score in a leaderboard, and whoever is on the top of the leaderboard will get rewards in the form of hard currency.
Nice. So everything's
So we
you're kind of pushing towards participation being the big thing. Like if you're not playing the game, you're not earning, and therefore you get less say in kind of the decisions that get made, right?
Exactly, and it's the same with the governance. The idea, our ideal, you were saying like where are we pushing towards, and one of the things we would absolutely love to do, and that's on our plan. You can see it in the white paper, is we would love once we have decentralized the economy to the player through the crafting, through the lending. The next step we'd like to have is have a mayor and have a council that is elected, and at the beginning of each season, so we have seasons every 3 months. At the
Hmm.
beginning of each season, you would have that person elected, and the storyline would evolve. And within that storyline, you would have choices to be made for the city, and the people making the choices would be the people that you elected in the previous season. You see what
Oh,
I mean? So
cool.
we have like this position of choice and power for the people who are elected. So most likely the biggest community members or the most active community members would be in that role, and they would
Mm-hmm.
make decisions for everyone.
Oh, okay. But
So
it's
it would
kind of
be
a
a
democratic
set of
system.
decisions. Yes, it's a democratic system in the sense that they are elected each season.
Okay.
But once they are elected, they can make the choices.
This is awesome. So when the land system comes out, are like the houses and the buildings and stuff you can put on them prefabricated, or is this something that you're gonna have a bit of UGC and we can like build our own buildings?
Yeah, UGC it is. You build your own.
I love
You place
I
it.
love it. I like the thing is I used to make StarCraft maps back in the day,
Oh yeah,
and I invested so many hours into that game with no return, mind you,
yeah,
um, other than praise from the community, which is it still feels good. But if I'm this is me as an adult now, right? I have obligations. Time is money, unfortunately. If I'm contributing to a game, I kind of would like to see a little something more than just, oh, well, thank you. And you already
yeah.
explained that the
So
land system has crafting, and there's like you can basically find ways to, in a sense, monetize off of your land, right?
yeah, exactly. And what we want to do is we want to provide the basis for people to be able to do that, but we don't want to tell them how to do it. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, crafting. Let's say you have an armorer level 1 crafting. I'm running after you. I want to catch back to you. I don't know where you're going. Here you
I'm just
go.
exploring the
Cutting every tree
world.
you can find. Boom! I stole you. I stole your wood. Um, so the where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah,
Uh,
we don't want to tell you exactly how to run your business. So
yeah.
for example, let's say you have an armory with level 1 armor. Um, you can access certain crafting recipes, which are all smart contracts on the blockchain. And what you have is an NFT key, basically. So the NFT key lets you call that smart contract. And uh, if you want to, for example, either buy from other people or yourself grind specific items that will be necessary for your weapons, you can do that and then create a different business model to your neighbor. You see what I mean? Like if you need item
Okay.
1, 2, 3, you can grind to have item 1 always on hand, so that people who come to your shop only need to bring item 2, 3, and 4, or you can sell that item to your customers. And the other thing we want to do is we want to have in the NFTs that you guys craft. So let's say yours, the armorer, the NFT you craft. We leave in the metadata the information that it is your license that crafting it. And because of this, it should allow you later to be able to do custom offers for returning customers, for example. So all of this is
Oh,
just us building the platform for you to develop your business or your activity in the game the way you like.
I like that. And theoretically, now I don't know what your plans are, but from the sounds of it, if I craft it and that is in the metadata, then couldn't I also potentially get royalties if I were to sell the NFTs, or if
So
somebody else were to sell the ones?
this we have to see if we would do a share of the royalties. The point is once we finish with the minting, so once we
Hmm.
finish with selling the supply, the surplus gear, we have to find some revenue for the company at some point, and
Oh,
royalties
of course.
is a big part of that. So the idea is if you develop an open economy, ultimately you should be able to be an actor just as a state, so as a taxing entity. So you tax the activity of the economy, but that's it. That's all you do. And the royalties is one way to tax.
Okay. Of course, studios got to keep the lights on. I don't know about you
Yeah,
guys, but I like when my games still have active servers.
it is better, huh? Isn't it?
Oh
It's a
man,
big plus.
I spit. I loved this game. It was called Spellbreak. It was a new take on the battle royale genre, right?
Okay.
And I spent $300 up front, Founders Pass, back in alpha because I enjoyed it so much. Made a bunch of content for them. They just shut down earlier this year.
Yeah,
They couldn't
happens.
they couldn't bring in enough money. So any chance that a dev can try to find a way to bring in that additional money, I know that a lot of players are like, oh, well, they're nickel and diming us, or I want the money, or whatever the case is. These are businesses, and businesses can't thrive without revenue. So if you want to keep enjoying the
Yeah,
game, they need money.
especially in our case, because we're trying to do a game as a service, right? We don't want to ship a version and then be done. We want to continue the storyline, continue creating. Basically, we're expanding the city, adding new gameplay. So the gameplay we're playing together today is a scavenging one, which is a loop of crafting. But then we want to have missions where you can attack the monsters and missions where you can defend the city. And these both have different gameplays. These are only the first
Mm-hmm.
gameplays we want to have. But what I mean is, we have one context, we have one storyline, and we have one city where you can develop your character. But ultimately, we would love to be able to bring more and more gameplay, so you have choices as to how what you do today. What is it you want to do today in this world?
Mm-hmm. And with the points of interest in the zombies, is there like a time that it takes for asset like items to respawn? Like how does that work?
Right now in the alpha, if you keep going like this, we're gonna run out of monsters. If they don't respawn.
Ah, I'm over here trying to
Yeah,
get myself killed and I can't find enough monsters.
I mean, we'll find you some. We can continue firing because that will attract them. But we went on all the areas. Oh,
Yeah,
here. Oh no.
I'm just trying to see what the death looks like.
Oh yeah. Well, I can help you with that. I think. Just see. Well, no, I could.
Well, maybe
So
not.
we have only fist fights available.
Uh,
Maybe let me try something.
if we
If I
go
do
to a tree,
this, if I do this. No, I can't.
oh, you
I
can't
was gonna try
unequip.
to. Yeah, I was going. I can, but I was. Oh, here are some. We can get you with those guys.
There we go.
Come on.
Let's go.
All right. All right.
He
Why are they
just
hitting
smacked both of
me?
us.
Yeah,
Oh, he's going for you. He don't even care
I
about
didn't
me.
ask nothing. He's the one who
He,
wants to get dead.
he looked at me. He's like, "This guy has a suicide wish. Nah, let's get the one that doesn't want to die."
See? Ah, those guys.
Oh, so you do drop your items. Okay, that's what I was expecting. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, you do drop your items. You come back to town, and you can go back out.
Awesome. Wow. So this is for pre-alpha. Again, guys, this is a 100% pre-alpha. It is not publicly available. I want to say thanks again, Matt, for getting me into this game. Is there any final like alpha that you want to drop or any information that you want to share with everybody? I know that you mentioned the Playtiment is coming next month. For anybody that may watch this video late, it is currently July 2024. So, or 2023. Yeah, I'm living in the future.
29th. Yeah. No, it's in August. So the free play to mint is going to be in August. We are right
Mhm.
now building the community. We have different roles on the Discord servers that are quite fun. The community is very active. So if you want to follow us on Twitter and Discord and join and have some fun, we'd love to have you here. We're taking the feedback from the community. This is one of the big advantages we see with Web3 and with public
Mhm.
development, which is basically what we're doing here. This type of version in the past, I would not have shown it to anyone. But in this case here, we get to enjoy it together. You get to give me your feedback. For example, the one you showed me, which is, hey, it's switching to a weapon that has no bullets. This is something we're
Mhm.
going to address. I was not actually, I was playing it and it was happening to me as well, but I was so used to it, it had actually left my mind. So I'm not even sure it's in the backlog. So this is the cool stuff of building
Mhm.
Forward 3, building publicly, and we do that with the whole community. We even have people who are trying on mobile right now. So they've tried on different levels of mobile phones, and this is not something we could have done here because we don't have that many mobile phones.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat. We just have a good time building this and taking community feedback.
What engine did you guys build it in?
This is a Unity. So
Oh.
Unity is really helpful when it comes to cross-platform and making mobile versions. So that's why we chose this one. Also, we are striving to get a good-looking game because we believe that it's part of the experience, but we are not looking at making it AAA. We're not an FPS, we're not a TPS, you know, we're still
Mhm.
top-down isometric. What we want to focus on is very easy to pick up. So anyone can play. It's easy to pick up both on mobile and on PC. Um, Ultimately, we would absolutely love to have a WebGL version running this type of gameplay. And as soon as we can have it to the level of what you've played today, we would do it. But right now, it's technically really challenging to have all the shaders and all that stuff go through your web browser. So, yeah.
So I'm always trying to pull alpha, and I know, and the reason I asked about the engine is because when it comes to Unity, I happen to know that porting from Unity to the Nintendo Switch is
Oh, yeah.
fairly easy. So is that
It sure
also
is.
in the plans?
Well, we are a game that can be played with joysticks, as you can
Hmm.
see. And we are also AA. We don't require that heavy of that heavy of performance. And I've checked it on big screens as well to see how it goes. And yeah, it's doable. So it is a platform that we would absolutely love to enter. It is not on the roadmap at this time
Of
because
course.
it's so you're right that Unity will let you port it very easily, and on the dev kit you will be able to see your game running,
Hmm.
and it will actually run smoothly, and you'll be happy. But then when you go to all the QA that will be required to pass Nintendo's, this is a big endeavor. This
Yeah.
is this is something that some companies actually give to other companies to do because it's so much
Hmm.
work. But you're right. The whole idea of having a small screen that you can carry with you and then the big screen when you're at home with more power, like this is literally what you do to have a mobile version and a PC version. So yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and that's I think that's a perfect approach. And the last interview that I did, they said the same thing. Like, yeah, it's something we're going to consider depending on how it does before we get to that point. So
Oh yeah,
obviously, if the game picks up and there's a lot of success, people want it, and it's easy to port, then they'll do it. But if obviously you don't get enough traction, then why waste resources when you can devote those resources to
the
expanding or
community you
improving?
already have. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So,
It's always a question of priorities. This is a frustrating part of making video games because
mhm.
like sometimes I see things in the games that upset me because I'm like, oh man, I wish we could do it. And I'm just upset because I see it every time. But I'm also like, just take it easy. There are more important things going on
Mhm.
that will have a bigger impact. So you kind of have to live with some pieces of your not nightmares, but like some pieces of the stuff
Mhm.
you really want to be gone to still be there.
It's
Uh,
just like art. Games are a form of art, and I've done art for
sure.
many years. And when I start a piece, when I have like the rough draft, I'm like, I don't like it. I see the final product, and I'm like, I want this. This is what I want. But I'm not there yet. I have to build up and I have to iterate and eventually get to the point that what is in my head is on the paper. And that's
Exactly.
exactly
Yeah.
what game dev is, right?
Super iterative. That's why we build with Scrum and all these kind of like project management techniques. Is because it's extremely iterative, and also you need to see your
Hmm.
product being built. So you need to play it regularly, because your
Hmm.
theories are only theories and hypotheses, and you get a feel for it. For example, the controller that you just played, what I thought in my head was going to work before it was supported, and
Hmm.
what is now is completely different.
Well, again,
Like,
that's because I'm using a controller I knew games tend to have issue with, right?
I don't
So,
know. I mean, even the
oh,
scheme, like
okay,
the where is running. For example, I thought running
okay.
was going to be A for some reason, if it absolutely is not. And so yeah, it was not what I thought it was going to be.
It
It's
worked
not
for
today what I thought.
Yeah, it worked for me. I mean, for an ARPG, the control schemes aren't necessarily what most people expect. You know, I've played Diablo on console,
Yeah,
for example, and moving from PC to console, I was like, wow, okay, let me take a second to look at the control scheme. I'm the type of person that never does that. So, this it felt comfortable for me, other than the menus, like I said, because
yeah,
I'm using an unsupported controller technically. But you said Play to Mint is coming soon. Where will players be able to find the game when it is announced?
Oh, good point. So it is being distributed by different platforms that are open to
Mhm.
Web3. We have Elixir, we have Fractal, which are our two main ones. We are in contact with Hyperplay, GameSwift, so these might come soon. Also, we are listed on Earn Alliance. So there's plenty of different places where you can find us. I'll be sure to list it in the white paper, which I have not done yet. So I'll do that. But all those platforms are really, I believe, very, very positive actors for Web3 because they let you easily list your game and have a good product page. And this is an important step that was not necessarily available in the past. And
Mhm.
I think it's great. And they also want to attract players, so they organize tournaments, they organize events, and that as well goes in the right direction for us because what we want is more players in this type of experiences that we're building. And I think they're positive. It's
Awesome.
also one thing we didn't discuss is the blockchain. So we are partnered with Immutable ZK EVM. So the free play to mint will be on Polygon POS because right now
Okay.
that infrastructure of Immutable ZKVM is not available, but the NFTs we mint next month
Mhm.
will be transferable.
I
It's,
think I've seen other games do that as well. They're going the same route, and it's great to see that the infrastructure and everything is improving and giving you guys that ability. So, really impressive. I
uh,
know IMX and Polygon doing huge things in the space. Everybody's
yeah,
talking about them. They're going to be probably one of the top chains for gaming. It feels like so. Really, really looking forward to the future with everything that everybody's building over there. Um, did you have
yeah.
any final closing remarks that you wanted to throw out there before we wrap it up?
I just had a good time playing with you. That was it. Like I was, I was just enjoying going through the world we built with you guys. So thanks a lot for having me. And I think we showcased what we did here with,
Mhm.
building in stealth, which is what we can have this kind of experience with you today. Only 2 to 3 weeks after having started to talk to the community. And I hope you'll join on the play to win.
Oh, I will definitely be there in the play to mint. Again, zombie games, my thing. I grew up with Resident Evil and Silent Hill, for example. My biggest peak of my content creation career was when I was doing Resident Evil. I love zombie games, so I'll be there. Hopefully, you guys will be too. Keep an eye on their socials, which are
Game Last Resort on Twitter, and then the website is lastresort.game.
okay, and I'll talk to Rod and see if we can get some links dropped in the video description for you. Take care of that and get some people to make sure they're turning on noties. I'm staring at the audience right now.
Yeah, click on the bell.
Um, yeah, exactly. Click on the bell. All right. Well, that's going to be a wrap for us, folks. This was another great episode of the Block Sauce. But before we go, I just wanted to say thank you again, Matt, for taking time out of your day and joining me to go over this game and giving us exclusive access to check it out. I did really enjoy it. Normally, I do have some bones to pick, but I got nothing to pick here. Like, it was great. So,
You wanted
um,
more monsters. I saw you roaming around looking for them.
now that's true, but again, it's pre-alpha. I can't have everything I want at the beginning. You guys are gonna spoon feed it to me over time, and that's fine.
Well,
So,
hopefully you're hooked enough to come back, and so we'll be happy. We'll be there with the spoon.
oh, for sure. And I got to get some other content creators on this because this, I mean, if you guys just start talking about it, I'm willing to bet nobody else is probably aware. I didn't even know of it until Rod reached out to me, so I'm excited. We're definitely gonna get some eyes on this project. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. But
Well,
we
super
also
cool.
could have
Thanks
done
for
it.
the support.
Oh, for sure. And of course, we couldn't have done it without all of our amazing viewers. Your guys' support fuel us to do this time and time again. Remember, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them down below. If you have any questions for Matt, send them our way. We can definitely reach out to him, see if we can get those answered. And remember, the sauce never stops flowing. Stay connected with us on social media. We now have a Block Sauce dedicated Twitter, so you can follow us at the Block Sauce, and the E is a 3. So join us, keep up to date, hit that noti, find us when we drop the video, and I will see you next time for another amazing episode of the Block Sauce. Stay saucy and keep gaming in the exciting realm of Web3. Have a good one.